Alright, welcome back, it's Dave Nick, and sometimes you can do everything right. You may know how the algorithm works, you know about CTR and AVD, and your channel still isn't growing. You're still not getting views even though you're posting good videos. And it could entirely be possible you're just making these 3 mistakes that kill the growth of brand new channels. And I do understand like how insanely tough it is to just put hours of work into a video and you just look at it and it only got like 20 views. So in this video, we're gonna break down what those mistakes are and how to actually avoid them. And if you don't believe me, here's a channel that avoided this mistake, and immediately their first video got 400,000 subscribers. They only 400,000 views. They only have 4 videos and already 47,000 subs on 4 videos channel, a brand new faceless channel. Or this one over here, 4 videos, 2,000 subscribers. The first one 40,000 views, and the last one they posted 100,000 views, also completely faceless. This one as well avoided these 3 mistakes. They didn't do these things, and they only have 2 videos on the channel, 16,000 subscribers, and millions of views, or hundreds of thousands of views. They all avoided these 3 mistakes. And the reason these channels are getting such amazing results is because they understand that YouTube is just like a chocolate cake. If you try to recreate this cake but skip the most important steps, then it's probably not going to taste that great. But if you follow the recipe as designed, you'll end up baking a delicious creamy chocolate cake that people can't resist. Same goes with these videos as well. So as we previously discussed, when YouTube algorithm decides whether to show your video to more people or not, it uses some specific ingredients or signals to measure how much a viewer is enjoying your content. Now, there are a bunch of different metrics that YouTube uses to determine this, and you need to be very careful not to treat one single number as a deciding factor for like growth on YouTube and success on YouTube. But there is a hint as to what you should be paying close attention to when it comes to your YouTube studio. So you can increase the chance of YouTube suggesting your content by increasing your click-through rate and your video watch time. Like all of these channels over here, I have a list of 100 different channels that are blowing up right now in all sorts of different categories because they are avoiding these mistakes. So click-through rate is just the percentage of people who see your title and thumbnail, as we talked about before. It measures how attention-grabbing your video is to your potential audience. Let's open up some of these example channels over here and let's see what they've done. So we have the title over here, the irresisting thumbnail, the irresisting title in this case. They got 3 videos only, 4,000 subs, and 800,000 subscribers. And your watch time is a total amount of time that people spend watching these videos. So the longer people watch, the higher the chance of your video is being pushed out by the algorithm. But again, you need to be careful with this, because if you just focus on single individual number on your channel, because you might just make shorter videos to just get the watch time, to just get people to watch the entirety of their videos, but your viewers may watch multiple videos from your channel in one session, that is a little harder to measure. So what we're ultimately looking for, plain and simple, is this: more clicks on your videos, and for those viewers who clicked to watch your entire video. But that doesn't mean that you should make videos that are just 1 minute long so that you can get them to watch the entire thing, but you should make great videos that keep people longer, regardless of how long they are, And here we have one bad example of a YouTube automation channel that is making one of these common mistakes. And if you look into this channel, you can see that they are not really doing well. They're not really getting a lot of views. And there's quite a few different things that they've done completely wrong. The very first one is that even the name itself is really complicated. I would be struggling to remember this name, and it's like put all together, really complicated. The username is also not matching the actual name, so it's kind of hard to find it. We can kind of tell that this was generated by ChatGPT, but it's okay. Your journey to healthier, happier, and more balanced life starts here. Yeah, this could go okay with a description, but then let's look at the actual videos themselves. Most of these thumbnails are made in Canva. They are very, very plain and simple. We have subscribe in the title, which doesn't really make sense at all. We don't want to invite someone to subscribe on the thumbnail itself. Like, thumbnail is what should attract someone to click on the video to see what's going on there. You're trying to get them on to watch our video, to learn more about our channel. So if they just see the video like this and it immediately says subscribe, we're immediately asking for something from that viewer, and we haven't even provided anything. They don't even know that we exist, and we're just asking them to subscribe right away on the title or the thumbnail right over here. The titles, I don't really know like how this would help me. Holistic well-being tips, like it really doesn't speak to me directly. And there's like, it's not really on brand. Like, it's completely different font in every single thumbnail. In most of these thumbnails, like, it's completely different font, completely different style, completely different kind of videos. and they seem like low quality as well. They seem like they're just generated with AI. And this is like, all of these are huge no-nos. These are not really going to perform well, and you would probably just waste time posting these kinds of videos rather than trying to pump out as many AI videos that don't make any sense and like some AI generated titles that don't really speak to anyone that you wouldn't even watch yourself. Like, would you sit down while eating lunch and watch one of these videos? Probably not. So that's why it wouldn't work as well for others. Others don't want to click as well, don't want to spend their time watching them. So if your videos aren't getting views, it's probably because you're making a few key mistakes that are damaging the clicks on your videos and also the time viewers spend watching those videos. And when it comes to clicks, more often than not, it comes down to the video idea. Ideas are the foundation of viral videos on YouTube, as we talked about before. They are one of the biggest things that control how many people click on this video. So if you're getting stuck with no views, it's probably because your ideas just aren't good enough. One of the ways to fix this is to just create a research account on YouTube where you're only going to watch content within your niche. So that way, whenever you go to the homepage, YouTube is only going to recommend the videos in your niche. And if you have vidIQ installed, you can see the outlier score, or the unicorn score as I like to call it, which shows you which videos on that channel are performing better than others. So it kind of gives you an idea as to what kind of video ideas perform well in that niche. But now, what if you have good video ideas that are performing well for other channels, but they're not performing well on your channel? Well, then it could be the mistake number 2, which is poorly packaging these videos with poor titles and thumbnails. And an example video over here that is an outlier for this channel, which only has 12,000 subscribers, and they got 1.3 million views on this channel, is if you look at the title and thumbnail, the thumbnail text is complementing the title text, which is really important because you really have limited space on YouTube, and B, there is an information gap, and we as humans really are curious, and when there is an information gap, we're going to do anything to go and actually fill that information gap. So he said, how the shortest NBA player ever destroyed everyone. He created multiple information gaps. First of all, who is the shortest NBA player? How did he destroy everyone? And what did he actually do to destroy everyone, even though he is the shortest one? And we know that everyone in NBA is like really tall. So let me actually learn from this video. Let's open it up. So he created information gap, really good packaging. And the other channel that I showed you earlier, you saw that they are kind of revealing everything with their titles and thumbnails, and there was no reason for someone to click. There is no curiosity, there's no information gap. And to make it even easier for you, I've made this kind of formula that you can follow, or a checklist that you can follow to create video ideas and to package videos in a way that they create an information gap. So you want to promise a valuable piece of information, identify a topic that your audience is interested in. If it's how to lose weight, if it's how to make money online, if it's how to actually, woodwork, whatever. Ensure the topic has proven demand and has generated millions of views for other channels, and just formulate a promise that excites and interests your audience. What is their desire? What do they want to learn from this? Tease the fulfillment of the promise. So create a title that hints at how the promise will be fulfilled. For example, use phrases that create curiosity without revealing the full method. For example, this weird trick, but you never reveal what a weird trick is unless they click. So you create information gap that makes viewers want to click to learn more. And visually exaggerate the information gap in the thumbnail itself. So design a thumbnail that teases the promise visual. Use elements that spark curiosity without revealing too much, and combine the visual tease in the thumbnail with a compelling title to make the video extremely clickable. Again, great example right over here where thumbnail text complements the title and it goes in with like nobody could stop him, and you're like wondering why, how, like what is this guy doing? He's laughing, like I really want to learn more. And all this is crucial for winning the interest of your audience, but this entire process only helps you increase the clicks on your video. What about increasing your watch time, which is equally important if you want more impressions and more discoverability from YouTube? Well, unsurprisingly, this leads to the next big mistake that's killing the growth of small channels, and that's not following a proven video structure. The big problem most creators don't understand is just how fragile their audience's attention really is. You only need to make one tiny little mistake during your video and just your audience gets confused and bored and clicks away because there's always something else to watch on YouTube. For example, just think about your last YouTube session. How many videos did you watch but abandon midway through because the creator failed to keep your interest? Probably quite a few. And this is a problem that most small creators and even medium creators come up against. Their videos don't flow naturally and keep the audience's attention, so those viewers click away. damaging your watch time and potentially pushing a user off of YouTube completely, which is a big no-no. To solve this problem, make sure your videos follow a proven structure from your particular niche or topic. That way, your content will be delivered in a way that keeps people's attention and maximizes your watch time. And here's how to find those video structures and then just apply them to your videos. So the first thing you want to do is just make a list of top 5 channels that are in your niche. And given the research you've previously done, you should have an idea already of which channels those are. You can just put them in a Google document like this. Then simply open up one of those channels and take a look at their latest unicorn videos, the ones that are getting more views than others. Then open up one of those YouTube videos and then simply click on the share button to copy the URL of one of the videos that has been performing better than other videos on the channel. Go to youtubetranscript.com, paste that link, wait for a few seconds until that transcript loads on the right side, then click on copy the entire transcript, go to ChatGPT and tell it to format this script into paragraphs with headlines so that you can understand the structure a little bit better. And then it's going to do that without changing the script. So it's going to leave it word for word as it is. So you're just going to have a bird's eye view as to how they were able to structure this video to perform so well. So you know exactly what kind of hook they've used. So this is their hook, this is their introduction, and they immediately jump into content. So no long intros, you kind of get an idea here. You can write that in a note. You can say like, all right, this first competitor, they don't have long intros. They just jump straight into action, straight into the main body. It starts after the first sentence. So that's their hook and they instantly go into the main body. And they constantly talk about these things. They jump from one topic to another pretty fast to make sure that people are not bored. And then let's see how they're going to end it, with what kind of CTA they're going to have at the end. And by the way, yeah, this is the entire transcript, but I just like to have it just into paragraphs because it's like a lot easier to understand what they've done with the script. And you can see exactly word for word what your competitors are saying in their videos to get the views that they're getting. And you're mostly just interested in the hook, the main body, and CTA. Those are the 3 things that you want to examine in videos that are performing well on someone's channel. And ideally, you want to look into videos that are getting a lot of views over a long period of time. So it's not that they just exploded once, so they were clickbaity, and then people didn't click after that. So they got 100,000 views in 7 days and they died, or like the channel or the views on the channel just died off. But just look into videos that are consistently getting views and still getting views and still getting performance. You can see the views per hour with vidIQ. If it shows that it's getting like 1,000 views per hour still to this day, then that's something that you want to look into. You want to look into the structure because it means that YouTube is promoting it because they were able to structure the video pretty well. And by the way, sometimes when the script is too long, you're going to have to click on continue writing for ChatGPT to actually go ahead and continue finishing the entire script, because it is sometimes pretty long. It's usually like 2,000 words long.